Do you understand it or not?
Yes.
Yeah, I get it.
Not funny? We can cut it. The first one would be the question, dowry system in Philippines. So what is the age of getting married in Philippines? Believing in ghost.
Yes, we believe in those too.
Another thing, losing face. Very,
Losing
very
face.
big. Very big in Thailand. Hi guys, again, TiT Podcast Pattaya. Second part, you will find a link to the first part. You have to watch it so you know what's going on. That's not a random lady, that's actually his wife. All right? You confirm it? All right.
Yes.
So I invited her because I want to ask some questions that we all know about Thai culture. And I want to check if this is also active or current for Philippines. So again, we have Gio here. Maybe you again introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your YouTube channel as well.
Yeah. Gio, living in the Philippines for 8 years now. Channel name Gio Philippines. Everything about the Philippines, more.
And Maya.
Yes, it's Maya here again. Maya Life in the Philippines. So my channel is about Filipinas, living here in the Philippines, and the culture of the Philippines.
All right. So first of all, to understand what is the difference. Philippines was actually colonized once by the Spanish,
Yes.
then afterwards a huge influx of American culture. And Thailand was never colonized by anyone. So they have their own rules.
Yeah.
And there are some things that I don't know if you have them here or not. The first one would be the question, dowry system in Philippines. In Thailand, we have, it's called Sinson. Almost everyone is getting a dowry when they're married between the ages of 20 to 30, single, no children, amounts of $1 million, sometimes less, sometimes more, even depending on their specific qualifications of the lady. Do they have something here in the Philippines?
No, we don't have.
Anything similar?
I think only the Muslim.
Right. Right. In Muslim world would be of course.
Yeah.
And
In Mindanao.
Oh, all right. Do they have more than one wife?
It depends.
Is it allowed here? Because in general, in Indonesia, for example, Muslim state, you can have at least 4 wives.
Yeah. It depends on your income. That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Because I have a friend that is married to a Muslim,
Okay.
and she said that a man can take as many wives as he can. Depends on his income.
Okay. Actually, the Sinson in Thailand, just for general information, if somebody's watching who is not familiar with Thailand, the money is actually being paid to the parents. So not to the, it's basically a compensation, or let's say a refund of all the money they spent to raise the child. And that's basically the general idea about the Sinson.
Okay. But we don't have that here.
Okay. There's also a lot of, because they have this in Thailand and everyone knows about it, there's a lot of scams in Thailand that suddenly a Thai lady who is 35 years old with children, she asks a foreigner, you want to get married to me? No problem. Pay the Sinson, which guys don't do it. Sinson is paid only once,
Yeah.
only for ladies, under 30, no children. Now saying this, a lady in Thailand, when she's 30 or 31, with children or no children, she's considered to be an old lady. My lady tells me.
Even here.
Okay.
Yeah. If you are in your at least late 20s, 28, 27, 28, 29 up, you're already old lady.
So what is the age of getting married in Philippines? I would say in Thailand, it would be the most value for the woman would be between her 22 to 28.
Yeah, that's the same age here.
Right.
But sometimes it's younger.
Yeah, it can be, right.
Yeah.
I don't know about Thailand, because Thailand, they normally go to school and no one would ever marry before finishing the school. You travel to Vietnam and other places. Do you know anything about this?
Same thing. Vietnam, they do, I think, have a dowry, and some of the,
But at this amount, like,
I don't know the amount, but in some of the tribal, where they still are very old-fashioned.
yes.
But they put great importance on schooling. They will not date. I could never get a date. If a girl was in school, there's no date.
Right.
Unless she wanted to meet you to learn English.
Well, of course. I actually saw a lot of ladies in Cebu when I was in the hotel. They are all, while they're in trainee stage, nobody's dating. They're saying, no, I need to focus on the studies. Not right now. When I finished, then I might think of a boyfriend.
Wow.
You agree with this?
I guess it depends on your parents.
Okay.
Some Filipino parents are really strict that they want their children to prioritize their studies.
Okay.
Traditionally, Filipino family are like that, but not all. Some are liberating.
Interesting. Now, Maya, we have something else in Thailand which is very well known,
Okay.
all in telenovelas. Wife number 1, Mia Luan. Wife number 2, Mia Noi. And then the lover, which normally is a student, and he pays the tuition for everything, which is the lover. Do they have something like this here?
Well, we have that also here.
Really?
Yes, of course. I think every Asian country have telenovela. You mean in the movie, right? The shows, or what do you mean?
No, I mean in reality.
Real life.
In realities, do they have this one here also? Which is, it's everyone knows about it. It turns basically when...
Infidelity, you mean?
No, it's not really infidelity because it's accepted in the culture and you can even see it in all the telenovelas. So all Thais know about this. And this normally happens if a man has a lady, she's close to 38, 39. He decides to take another wife. And sometimes they live together. And then wife number 1 has basically a friend. And they live together. And even if he wants some more, then he takes a younger one, a student. Do they have something like this here? No.
It's not accepted here. You will be judged here.
No, I think you're you're a Catholic country, which Buddha is something completely. Again, mentioning Thailand, it was never colonized. It's got their own rules.
They're very intact.
Have you ever seen something like this in your travels, Malaysia, Indonesia? Again, in Indonesia, you have men who marry multiple women because they're in the Muslim.
Yes.
But in the not Muslim world.
No, not really. But I know in the Philippines, though, you do get a lot of Filipinos will have mistresses. They do it secretly, but
but
it was not accepted.
Right, so it's more in the underground.
Right.
You know, that's actually, I see this in many, many Catholic countries. So in the Buddhist, you have it. Look, South America. I lived in South America, and so infidelity, having a lover, absolutely everyone.
Well, it's in the 10 Commandments. Thou shalt not covet your neighbor's wife.
You haven't listened. We're talking about the difference, exactly opposite.
That's
It's not being, in the Catholic world, it's not being public.
Yes.
In Thailand, it's more public. And in Thailand, it's very important that the woman knows. A lot of women who are 39, 40, they would accept it. However, they need to know that they're still number 1. Wow. So if they're number 1, they would accept the second one. If you would tell them, no, I will take another one, but now she will be number 1, that would be definitely not. So it's all depending on the rules.
Wow. There's no jealousy at all?
Yes, but it's depending. Okay, so you were the single wife, and suddenly the man decides to take a second wife. What will you do? Leave or accept it? This is the Thai style, okay? By the way, to mention, my lady now turned just 39.
Wow.
She knows what I'm talking about.
Oh my God. David.
All right. Another thing which is typically Thai, I don't know if you have it. Believing in ghosts.
Yes, we believe in those too. We have lots of ghost stories, and Filipinos believe about this.
Very superstitious.
Yes.
Okay.
How about in Thai?
Whoa. I made once a video with my other YouTuber friend, the English guy, and we said the options how to break up with a Thai lady. And we said there are few options.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was that you suddenly see things moving in house. She would leave immediately. if you make up something like there might be a ghost, she will be gone.
Oh, you could really mess with her by moving things around.
Yeah, and I mean, darling, did you yesterday move the soap or something to another location? You just hint a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Mentioning this, my lady, she bought actually a brand new house.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked her, why did you buy a brand new house? For this money, you could have bought a second-hand home.
Yeah.
I could have renovated it. For the same of money, you could have gotten at least 50% more square meter in much better location.
Mm-hmm.
But I said, no, because a second-hand home has actually a ghost in it. So that was the reason. And then, of course, I mentioned, yeah, but you're staying in my apartment. That's also a second-hand home.
Mm-hmm.
So why you're not scared? Said, easy, you're there. What do you mean I'm here? Yeah, I'm there. So?
They're scared of you. The ghosts are-
Exactly. The ghost is scared of me. Okay.
Must be crazy.
I don't know. Now I'm in the Philippines. I spoke to her. She told me she's having a monster party.
Months.
Right. So I asked, okay, how many people are invited? She told me 2. So why you call it monster party? Because she said, monster is gone in the Philippines.
So you're the...
Exactly.
There we go.
Yep. Another thing, losing face. Very, very big. Very big in Thailand. Is it here also?
Yeah.
Screaming at someone in the street, for example, is very disrespectful.
Yeah. I have actually found that I have experience where losing my temper or something to public, someone in a public employee, like at a government office when
Right.
we were going to get our marriage license, I lost my cool.
Okay.
And she's like, okay, you can't get married here. Basically, I couldn't get married in that office. I had to go to another city.
Wow.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
his face, so they have it.
Right.
Experience.
But I see a lot of it in the Thai culture. For example, myself, after being with my lady for 5 years, I learned calmness brings you much further than upsetting or creating a scene or something.
Yeah.
So that's something very common. I'm from Pattaya, so a lot of bar girls come to work. They come to work to make money, to send money home to their families. I believe that's also very common in the Philippines.
Yes. That's very common here.
Okay.
We also support our parents, but it depends also on the parents, because some parents, they won't ask you any support, but majority of the Filipino parents, they would enforce you to help them.
Okay.
So is it like that in...
Yes, but I just remembered I spoke to someone and they told me they have like 7 siblings. In Thailand, you don't have really, you have 1-2 children maximum.
Yeah.
Not only this, when the woman, I remember now, when the woman gives birth the second time, and the doctor in the operating room when giving birth, he's actually asking her, you already have 2 kids? Do you want that I cut them?
Yeah.
Do they have this here also?
Yes. I believe it's
Like
on the third
Yeah, for women.
cutting the fallopian tube.
After
Yeah.
two kids.
Here it's like 3 kids.
Okay.
But they rarely ask.
No, in Thailand, definitely family planning is done.
Again, the Catholic country.
Right. Right. Yes, you're absolutely right. Yeah. You see, that's why we need to be reminded It looks Asian, but Philippines completely different.
Yeah. It's,
More close to Latin.
Absolutely, absolutely.
yes.
You know, I was walking here in Dumaguete and I saw suddenly a market, like flea market. And I looked in and I had for an instant a deja vu being in Lima.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. So Philippine and Lima, it looked so similar, unbelievable. Now, another thing that I see very often in Pattaya, the ladies that come to work, their children are being left in the village, taken care by the grandmother. They have a lot of single motherhood, which the grandparents or the grandmother takes care of this. Is this also something here? Or
Yeah. We watch
so single mother and single grandmother?
single moms, yeah, a lot.
Okay.
And mostly, they also let the grandparents take care of the kids.
Yeah, but it's two grandparents, not only one. Because somewhere, I don't know why in Thailand, when I ask, okay, single mother, no problem. So she doesn't have a husband. But when I ask, the kid is sent to the grandmother, and even the grandmother doesn't have a husband.
Yes.
Okay. Just want to ask.
It's always like that.
Now I have to ask something specifically to Thailand, to Philippines, because that's only you have. The famous tampo.
Tampo. Oh. Do you love
You
it?
heard of it. You're married to it, and now you can feel it. So the three things that I would say, which are typically for Philippines that nobody else knows, tampo, chismes,
Yes.
and silosa.
Jealousy, jealousy.
Right. So
Yeah.
what is tampo for the viewers who live in Thailand and have no clue about it?
Tampo is like a silent argument.
Silent treatment?
Silent treatment.
Right. For how long does it last?
Depends.
Depends on the offense.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Gio, my man. Before you got married, did you ask her, what is your tampo scale from 1 to 10, or did you forget about it?
No, I didn't need to ask. We were already together almost
All right.
2 years. So,
I'm not that bad.
Okay.
mine is not bad. And actually, I think in a small portion, tampo is actually a good thing because they don't want to say anything they would regret later. They want to calm down, let the anger level calm down.
Right.
Before.
Right. No, we have this in Thailand as well, but I heard about 2, 3, 4 days of talk. It's
Sick and
Yes.
in here, yeah.
no, Thailand, it's
Yeah.
2 hours, that's it. I wish it was for 2 days so I can go out, but no, it's only for 2 hours.
You can get a lot of work done and catch up on your cases.
Do you believe? Yeah, of course. Do you believe this is something typically Filipino?
Yeah.
So it's actually more fashionable since
Yes.
everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
The same thing with chismes. I don't even know what this is. What is chismes?
Chismis is gossip, where you can hang out with your friends and gossip about your other friend.
No, I actually heard something else. I heard that if Gio would go by himself to the coffee place and suddenly a lady asked him what time it is, and some of your friends would see this, immediately you would get a call.
Yeah.
Gio is talking to a lady.
That's reporting, yeah. And then I think gossip
And it
is...
goes here in Philippines in speed light.
Yeah.
You
And-
have to request the male waiter. Male waiter.
Right. Is it really that bad?
No. Wow.
well, in a small city like Dumaguete, it could happen.
Okay.
Because everyone knows everybody. Like, you have a common friend with this person, and then she saw you with another girl, then guess what? She will tell your common friend.
Right.
That's how the gossip starts.
Sorry, I was meeting. I had a good friend of mine. He was working with me. He was American. He had a Filipino girlfriend. And we met out for dinner. It was just me and she with him. Anyway, I meet in front of the restaurant with both of them.
Yeah.
And he says, I got to run to the ATM 2 seconds. It's just around the border. So me and her are standing there. He goes to the ATM. And this was only about a block away from the school that I was working at. The next day, people are like coming up to me and saying, "Hey, congratulations, she's very pretty." What are you talking about? Your new girlfriend. I'm like, huh? And apparently, just that some teachers had saw me standing in front of the restaurant with this girl, my friend's girlfriend, and all of a sudden, the whole school. We have 1,000 teachers. Ooh. I'm not saying all 1,000 knew, but a lot of people were like, Gio's got a new girlfriend. Gio's got a girlfriend.
Okay. What, was she any good looking? All right.
So in Thailand, you don't have gossiping?
No. Actually, exactly the opposite. It's not, at least my lady, whenever I say something about something that I saw someone or something, she said, no, that's private, you shouldn't. So they keep it really private.
Yeah.
You shouldn't talk about it. Again, for this country, completely different.
Wow.
Silosa.
Jealousy.
Jealousy.
I think majority of Filipinos are territorial. So
Territorial. Okay.
I think it comes from their Latin side, the Spanish side, actually, because Spanish are very jealous.
Yeah, but I also think it's, you see that one lady's doing it, then you copy, and now it's already in the society well accepted. That's what I believe it is. Because in Thailand, I can tell you, my lady, she once found a long hair in my living room. Mm-hmm. So she tells me, is this from your new girlfriend? She calls me up, found long hair possibly maybe from your new girlfriend. So I told her, wait, what's the hair color? She said, black. I said, no, the other one's blonde. So she understood. She's not jealous or nothing. We joke about it. But again, I think if in Thailand, I don't know if it's really... No, my lady, definitely not, because she knows who I am. Maybe if I would have been different character, then would be differently. But
yeah.
So I don't think that we have it so much.
I think it's something that over time, less and less. I think Filipino guys are... A lot of them cheat, and I think that their what's the word? Their senses are on high alert because they are so used to Filipino guys being like that.
Do you agree with this?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say that all Filipino men are bad,
but they tend to be a little bit more than right. But they tend a little bit.
Yeah,
So you would actually trust with a foreign husband more than with Filipino?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I think this is basically it. This is Gio and Maya, which they've basically newly married. So I would like to give you some marriage advice since I've been married for 25 years.
Okay.
This is marriage advice coming from a man to a woman.
Okay.
All right. So let me first of all ask you. Let's say you see 3 women in front of an ice cream parlor.
Okay.
And all of them are eating ice cream. I want you to tell me which one of them is married. One is licking the ice cream, the other one is sucking the ice cream, and the third is biting the ice cream. Which one do you think is a married one? All right, I will give you the answer.
Okay, give me that.
The one with the wedding ring. But I like the way you feel.
You.
So that's my marriage advice to you.
Okay, thank you
You're
so
new.
much for that marriage advice.
This is advice from a guy who was married for 25 years. So guys, all the details about their YouTube channel, you can find the video description. Look at the videos. I know that's got some interesting stuff. And guys, this is the Philippines, TiT Podcast Pattaya. See you all in the next video. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.
John, 51. I'm from the U.S. I'm a Yank if you're Australian. And I've been living in the Philippines about 5 years now.
Excellent.
Okay, I'm Marco, and I am also American, and I've been here for 2 years, and I am 63 years old.
I think LDR relationships are a waste of time. The person that I mentioned that I was in my first relationship with here, we did meet online at first, but I was out here within 3 months, and then came back another 3 months later, and then another 3 months later, and moved here, full time. So I think if it's an LDR very short term with a plan to meet together, that's reasonable.